Hi, my name is Jason Jones. I'm an artist based here in Northwest Arkansas, and I'd love to show you my latest project. You know, the robots originally, I think they just chose me more than I chose them. I painted a robot, you know, I did a painting of a robot several years back, and people really liked it and responded to it well. So people request robots whenever I get a job or whatever. They just kind of know me as the robot guy. And I've actually kind of just enjoyed that. I've developed a kind of a theme with it where I think of them kind of as environmental pieces, because most technology ultimately does harm to nature. So I kind of envision these robots as technology that's in sync with nature or helping nature in some way. So right now the mural is pretty much completed. I'm in the process of painting the robot right now. He'll be sort of all different shades of gray. So that's a bit of a process. You gotta clean the metal, and I gotta use a grinder to get all the rust off. Working on installing a TV monitor inside his chest. So I've been kind of teaching myself how to make little animations. So it really has an element of play for me, the learning part of it. I get excited if to try something new, or, and it's just exciting for me. So I see it as play, and just learning something, how to have another tool to create.
In this project, I got to come in and help Jason Jones build a giant robot. What materials can we use? Can we use things that exist? Can we use a smaller size steel here to make it lighter so we can bend it easier? Things like that. Really getting into the meat of the problems.
Yeah. So the material list is a pretty long list because there's just so many different parts to this installation. I've used paint, and then the robot's mostly steel. And of course I had to do all the mock-ups and models, which involved, I used cardboard to build this model to scale, a lot of paper. I also used my iPad and a program called Procreate. I drew a lot of it out to scale, especially the mural. A lot of concrete. I counted 55 bags of cement, 80-pound bags of cement to build the foundation. So that was a lot too. Well, the arms are massive. They are very heavy. Just the hand and the forearms probably weigh close to like 400 pounds. It took 3 or 4 of us just to lift them up, but they're very sturdy. They're made out of steel tubing, and this is still sheet metal. But yeah, they will totally hold your weight. You can climb on them, jump on them. They don't even really move. Anytime you make public art, it's going to be interactive if you want it to be or not to be. So yeah, we just lean heavy into that, really knowing let's make it sturdy enough that they can climb on it, and there'll be buttons to push and light up, so yeah, that was really important. So I grew up here in Northwest Arkansas, actually just south of Fayetteville. It's lots of bluffs and rivers, and was kind of my inspiration. And I was always a real shy, quiet kid. So art was a great kind of outlet for me, just kind of entertain myself. One of those things just kind of stuck. Probably the main word I use to describe my work is whimsical and fun. Just when I was younger, I used to always kind of get anxiety, social anxiety and that. So I make art that's just like really fun and enjoyable, to me. Then it kind of puts my brain in that mindset. So in a way, it's the whimsy's kind of my meditation, just for being happy. So next time you're in Bentonville, come by and visit the robot. Maybe you can take a load off and sit in his hand. I said it's pretty hot. That's what I think I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Just chill out by the creek.